Hello everybody, it's Mike Yao with Savage Kingdom's role-playing game, Fire in the Head Productions, etc. So I'm out on another, Happy New Year by the way. It's first day of 2026. Hope everybody had a safe and happy New Year's Eve and now New Year. Sorry I'm a little bit winded because I'm recovering from this flu-like thing, which has been a pain in the butt. And also just did a moderately strenuous mountain trail, which I'm on the lower part, the flatter part now. So it's a beautiful day here in Western North Carolina. Just want to do a quick video just to say Happy New Year and to do a little more content on some mountain trails instead of at my computer desk where I usually am. So just a couple little things. Just some reflection on 2025. I know we all sort of do that. On one hand, it's just a Gregorian time management system, so it's not really reflective of reality, but it is like midwinter, and in many cultures, the year kind of ended and began around the winter solstice. Not all of them. Some did summer solstice type things. Some did spring equinox sort of beginnings. But in any case, it is a time to kind of reflect and look back on things, how things went. This is a year that was pretty rough for a lot of people. The last couple of years, honestly. Just a lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't want to rehash what everybody knows. But like anything in life, I've been at this a little while. Some people longer than me on the planet, obviously, much longer. And then most of you probably less. But anyway, my point being is that patterns occur, and years and seasons are very pattern based because the basis of reality, of course, is nature and the workings of the universe. And we are just kind of passengers on that. However, we are granted free will. We are a relatively intelligent species, or at least we certainly have the potential to be. And, oh, that's cool. Some kind of lean-to or something somebody built off to the side there. And so we are capable of doing great things, or at least things, and inventive things. And my point being to all of that is that we can affect our lives and other people's lives, at least to a fair degree, when you take out the equation of the universe and physics and nature, etc. So within that microcosmic realm that we as humankind sort of are kings and queens of, we do have, we have capability of making good for ourselves or bad for ourselves, or in between, or more importantly, good for others and bad for others. So, not sure what the point of that was, other than just to say, Happy New Year. Things are coming that we can control, and some things are coming that we can't. And so all we have to do is navigate as best as possible through all of those aspects of reality coming together as one. And in the grand scheme of things, we need to be good to each other. It's getting rough out there, social media wise, and I know I'm contributing to it by posting videos on YouTube, but as all 12 of you who follow me, no, there's a few more, but not that many. As you know, I don't really get into political nonsense. That's just very divisive. Most people don't really know what they're talking about half the time when it comes to that, and I'm probably in that category, or at least partly so. I know enough to get by just based on life experience and observation, and other people as well. But for the most part, the people in the far extremes of these things are just, to be nice, super irritating at times. And clearly, the further you are away from center, in my opinion, I think you're getting even further away from your balance, both literally and figuratively. I think you're beginning to miss the point if you're way out there on either side. Anyway, that's just my little, said I wouldn't get political, but that's really not even political. That's actually in physics and all sorts of spiritualisms. So you can apply that to a great many things. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing good on this first day. The sun is getting close to setting here in the mountains, which is kind of cool. It's really pretty. Though if you live in a flatter area, it does, the sun stays up technically a little bit longer, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on where you are. So let me get up this hill right here. Anyway, I guess I'll conclude the video by saying, look for more, I'll do more of these little trail videos maybe. I know they didn't seem like they have been as popular as I thought maybe. But I'll do a few more, see what happens. And some other stuff as well, possibly. Dollywood and Biltmore Estate. And then once a year, the wife and I usually go to Orlando for the Universal Parks and occasionally Disney when we can afford it. So, but as far as my other stuff, my acting stuff, I have a show. It's been a pain trying to cast this thing. But once it gets cast, because I'm directing and producing, and it looks like I might actually be performing in it also, and it's a ton of lines because it's only 3 actors. You might have heard of the show. It's called the Complete Works of William Shakespeare Abridged. Somewhat well-known, fast-paced comedic farce with some sincere moments, some very sincere Shakespearean moments in it. But for the most part, it is played comedically. I'm realizing I'm in this weird part of this. I've never been on this trail. Everything looks like a jungle all of a sudden. It's very strange. I may have to turn back. That'd be great to get lost in my own backyard. Well, not really backyard. I'm like 2.5 miles from home, probably. In any case, at least I can see where the sun is. That is west to my left straight. Anyway, I guess I should conclude this thing before I get too lost out here with the bears and the bobcats and such. So what was I going for? Oh yeah. So just to wrap up really quick. So my acting stuff, my next thing coming up is directing that show, possibly performing in it. So that's coming up in February and March, starting rehearsals. I think January 18th is where I set them. And then gaming wise, so my Savage Kingdoms game, I know I've spoke about this before. The 4th edition core rulebook should be coming out around March or April, but April's probably a safer bet. Collaborating with Mad Scribe Games, which is really cool. It takes takes a decent amount of load off of my productivity, where I can focus on some other things like this crazy show coming up or writing other stuff for the game. So look for more videos about Savage Kingdoms and the different aspects of the game system and the world, the setting as well, because lore is every bit as important as the game mechanics, of course. They both work together as flesh, bone, and blood. I think it's going to about do it, because I need to probably focus on not getting lost. I think I'm all right, but the trail's getting really weird. I do hear water, and I'm headed down into a ravine, so there's, at the very least, a river down there. So, right. Anyway, nice talking to you guys, and I just want to do a little quick update and a Happy New Year and that sort of thing. And talk to you guys again soon. Thanks. Happy New Year. Bye.